Good morning. Good morning, my beautiful friends. This is your wake up call with Maui Paul. I'm Maui Paul. We are here today to say some nice things about ourselves. This is a happy Wednesday to ya. It looks like I already got a bunch of people here today. Good morning. Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, Dan, Susan, Brenda, Jean. It is wonderful to see you guys here today. Thank you so much for coming on by and for being with me today as we go through another one of my empowering I am cards. So good morning, Amanda. Amanda has also arrived. Man, we got people from all over the place. So I mean, Janet is coming in from Charleston. Dan's coming in from Omaha. Lauren is flying in the sky right now. How cool is that? The wake up call at 30,000 feet. I hope that the pilot already woke up a long time ago. Brenda Jean is on her way to a spinal ablation. Yeah, we have people all over the place. I want to say thank you guys so much. It really shows how universal that these messages are. That everybody needs to know. That everybody needs to know. That everybody needs to hear that they're awesome this early in the morning. Anyways, we're going to go over one of my physical cards that I have in my physical deck, and I'm pretty excited about that. So yeah, we're going to do the same thing that I do every single day. I'm going to pull a card off the deck. I'm going to ask you if you are the card, and we're going to say out loud, "I am that card." As we affirm this for ourselves, we are making it real, and we are making these sentiments, these emotions, these states of being into something that is in our consciousness at every given moment. So really excited about that. Hey, Kim showed up. Good morning there, Kim. I miss you too. It's been a little while since I've seen you. All right, so let's have some fun today. Let's pull a card and say that today I am positive. I am positive. I bring out the best in people and situations. So I am positive. I bring out the best in people and situations. Are you positive? You are positive. You bring out the best in people and situations. So I'm going to write that down in the chat. That I am positive, that I bring out the best in people and situations. And indeed I am. I'd say that I'm a pretty positive person. And the more that I hang out with other positive people, the better my life gets. I remember kind of the opposite. I always like to tell stories about this, but I'm surrounded by so many positive people in my life. I like to tell a story about the one time that I was surrounded by somebody that was particularly negative. So I used to work with this one guy, and man, everything in his life was always going wrong all the time, and boy, did he want you to hear about it. And then everything that he came into contact with went wrong or went bad in some way. And I remember that this was the first time that I had ever actively avoided anybody. See, I'll make friends with anybody, I'll talk to anybody, but this coworker of mine from probably about 20 years ago was just so incredibly negative that sometimes people teach us ways to be just by being that way, and sometimes people teach us ways not to be. And this guy taught me all kinds of ways not to be because I remember it was the first time in my whole life that I remember consciously thinking, wow, I don't actually want to hang around with this person because he makes me feel worse just by hanging around with him. And so I remember that even though I strive to get along with all of my coworkers, at the time I I very intentionally decided that that was something that I was going to cut out of my life. Was that that I wouldn't go out to lunch with this person. I didn't want to go hang out with this person on my breaks or anything like that because I was like, I just can't handle that amount of negativity. And I think that recognizing when people are really negative and not good for us is a step that comes before recognizing that people are positive and we want them in our lives. I think that a lot of people, or at least in my experience, I found that it's easier at the beginning to understand what to remove. It's more obvious to understand what to remove than it is to understand what to add. And so as I look through my life, I don't really have any negative people in my life. I don't have anybody in my life that makes me feel the way that guy made me feel so regularly. And and that's an excellent thing. But, it was very interesting because as I was thinking about a story to tell for today, to talk about this card, I was like, what kind of a positive, what positive people, what positive interactions can I really showcase in my life? Which ones stand out? And the thing is that none of them stand out because they're all equally amazing, equally awesome. And so I think that it's really a matter of of understanding more what we don't want than understanding what we do. And so as we go on this journey of really saying yes to things that we want more of and no to things that we want less of, it's a lot easier for us to first say no to the things that we want less of before we can say yes to the things we want more of. Because when we're saying no to the things that we want less of, we already know what that thing is. We already recognize that that it's in our life and we don't want it there. Whereas when it comes to saying yes to things, we can say yes to an infinite number of things. So, anyways, we bring out the best in people and situations. And I found that by being positive, we do exactly that. Simply by looking on the bright side of life, that we do bring out the best in people and situations. And so, you know, nobody really wants to put up with somebody who's being negative, who's being miserable. They say that misery loves company, and misery does love company because it breeds more misery. And since I don't want any misery in my life, I'm going to go right ahead and continue to be positive about people and situations, even when those people and situations are not necessarily working together for my benefit. So I am positive. I bring out the best in people and situations, and so are you. And when we bring out the best in people and situations, we get to benefit from that. When we bring out the best in people, we get to be surrounded by people who are really performing at their best. And when we bring out the best in situations, then we get to live in those situations. We get to be surrounded by those situations. And that breeds more positivity in our lives, because as we remove the negative situations in our lives, then we make a lot more room for positive ones. Always look on the bright side of life. Sing it. Do 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 do. Yeah, I've seen that movie there, Dan. The Life of Brian. If you've never seen it, it's right there with the Monty Python and the Holy Grail of as far as being awesome Monty Python movies. Anyways, yeah, so Brian was looking on the right side of life while being crucified. It was pretty metal if you think about it. But anyways, we are positive people. We bring out the best in people and situations. And I've noticed that positive people tend to flock together just like negative people do. Negative people find other people who want to be on the same level as them. Positive people come together to be with people who are similar to them. And so as I find one positive person, I'll notice that they tend to be surrounded by other positive people. So I am positive. I bring out the best people and situations. Every single one of us has a situation today that we know needs to go well, that our lives would be better if the situation goes well. And so therefore, let's bring out the best in people. Let's bring out the best in the situations. And let's just always look on the right side of life, as they say, or sing in the life of Brian. So at this point, I'm really grateful because the best situation that I have right now, I've got a whole lot of people watching the wake up call this morning, which is really cool. Thank you guys for being here. And yeah, and as I continue to build into the folks who tune into here, you guys continue to build into me, and I think that's really exciting. So thank you to everybody who shares the broadcast and just generally makes this thing bigger and better. Yeah, I am positive, and I am positive about the direction that my life is going. I'm positive about the people who are in it. I'm positive about the ways that I'm positive about the actions that I'm taking today and how they're setting me up securely for my tomorrows. I am positive that the people who are working, or the people who are hanging out with me today, are going to continue to live their best lives, and that I am going to get to be a participant in those best lives that my friends are living. So keep on being positive, keep bringing out the best in people and situations, keep on seeing the absolute best, and it will be revealed to you, just like it is to me every single day. Thank you guys so much for being here. It is amazing to see just how many folks have arrived for the wake up call today. Super duper cool. I will be back tomorrow with another wake up call, and after that we will also do, because tomorrow is Friday. Then we will do a little synopsis of the week and see where we came from and where we are going. Until then, just remember that I love you, that I care about you, that I think that this world is a better place because you're in it. And so let's go out and let's make this world a better place just by being it. I'll talk to you tomorrow at 9 a.m. Until then, aloha from paradise.